my current role is sales enablement for the BDR team at UKG, which is Ultimate Kronos Group. So how I got started in this is I've been a BDR or SDR leader for about 20 years now. Took all of the knowledge and experience I gained along the way and decided to go into a role where I could share more expertise and help train more BDRs and SDRs in this inside sales world. So I knew that this was the right role for me because I love to teach sales to people and just building relationships and understanding how to converse with other people and networking. So I started in sales. I always say when I was 5 years old. My great grandmother was that lady in the church that sold the cakes and pies and all that good stuff. And she always taught me that if you always have something to sell, you'll never be broke. And I think that kind of stuck with me. So my first real sales gig was at Nordstrom. If anyone knows anything about Nordstrom, they have great customer service. And it was a really great experience. And I learned a lot along the way. And then I started at a company where I started as a salesperson in insurance. And during that time frame, I got my coaching certification. I became really passionate about helping other salespeople learn the right way to sell and how to build relationships. So it's just always been like embedded in me to teach other people how to do things. I think this really excites me. I think it's just seeing young people that are junior in their career and who they become. So since I've been in this role, I've seen people from their infancy of day one, first job, all the way up into, I have a couple of people that are like VPs of sales right now that still kind of say like, you know, Nicole, was your coaching and development that really helped me to be the person I am now. Or, you know, other people that are people leaders now that are like, you were the best manager that I had. One of the things that I usually tell people is that it's my job to help them to be the best version of themselves that they can be and to show up as their authentic self every single day. And, you know, it's really rewarding to be able to be a part of somebody's life like that, to talk to them, to mentor them, to guide them, and to learn from them too. I think a lot of people leaders don't understand the complexity of the relationship with their employees and how they can build with them and have that co-creative, collaborative relationship. So I'm blessed and honored every day to be able to come to work and show up and have somebody else show up in their career and be willing to take steps forward to do that. And sales has been a huge catalyst into a lot of other things that people can do. I would say talk to people. It sounds really simple, but you know, one of the things I love even about this community at MSP is that you have the ability to talk to other people, to ask questions, to gain knowledge. Sometimes people think they know it all and like they can't learn anything from anyone. But I think talking to other people, really building relationships and bonds and not being afraid of like competition. A lot of people in this field, especially women in this field, are very competitive towards each other. And it doesn't have to be that way. Ask for advice, be open to feedback and constructive criticism, and give yourself some grace. Like, don't be so hard on yourself all the time. I'm even guilty of that. It's the stuff you have to work on. And I would say also like be intentional, set goals, focus on what it is that you really want out of yourself, out of a career, out of a company that you work for. Because if you're intentional with those things, everything will kind of fall into place. I'm very hopeful about the future of the sales discipline because last year was very unfortunate with COVID and a lot of things were brought to light with the George Floyd murder and just like the BLM movement. And being in sales for 20 years, it's a very, let's just be honest, white male dominated, you know, population. I've been in rooms before where I didn't feel comfortable or where there were jokes and things that, you know, were just like, oh, that's kind of crazy, right? But people are open and willing to talk about things now. And I think we really have to keep that momentum going. So I'm really hopeful for the sales world in that aspect because there are going to be more diverse people that are able to enter this realm now where they didn't feel comfortable here before, or companies were not as open or willing to hire them or to look at them other than like I'm often like the only right or the token as people tend to say. So I think that it's going to just expand to new levels as you are able to gain new people now that didn't even necessarily know that tech sales was even a thing that they would be interested in, just because companies have made a commitment to getting better every single day. And with that commitment, they've also been, kind of pushed into other communities that they weren't really in before. So very hopeful that the sales world is going to evolve and just become something better than they were before. My name is Nicole Taylor, and I'm a modern sales pro.